if there is a best lighting design technique in the world, what do you think it would be? Let me tell you, it has to be indirect lighting. Why is that? Today, I'll take just a minute or two to talk to you about the most sophisticated lighting design technique in the world. Alright, let's get back to the point. Why do I say that indirect lighting is the best lighting technique in the world? Because indirectness is more likely to create beauty. There's a bit of distance. This is the first point. From the perspective of human relationships and social interactions, indirect things are also less likely to reveal their flaws directly, right? For example, if I meet someone through an introduction, the person being introduced is usually presented in a more favorable light. The introducer might say, hey, this friend is actually pretty great, and so on. Indirect lighting works the same way. It's still the same light source, but the light that comes back through diffuse reflection is much softer. This is indirect lighting. We can see that in many very high-end places, whether it's commercial spaces, residential spaces, luxury hotels, upscale clubs, or fine dining restaurants. They all make extensive use of this kind of indirect lighting. Of course, many top international designers are very fond of using these indirect lighting methods. They avoid letting people's eyes see the light source directly, instead hiding the light source behind some kind of medium. This approach has two advantages. First, the light source feels mysterious, giving you that sense of seeing the light without seeing the lamp itself. For example, with some side lighting, you can't see the light source, but you can sense the presence of the light itself. This creates a very mysterious effect, establishing a sense of intrigue and a particularly relaxed and comfortable atmosphere. That's one of the benefits of indirect lighting. The second advantage is that indirect lighting, like a beam of light leaking through a crack, often feels very high-end. So if we look back at architectural lighting design or even architectural design from decades ago or even earlier, they made extensive use of this kind of indirect lighting. They would use various methods to hide the light source and then use diffuse reflection to reflect the light back out. Even as we move forward, years and years into the future, indirect lighting will still be like a godly presence. It will never disappear. So first of all, indirect lighting is very high-end, and secondly, it's very eye-friendly because you don't see the light source directly. Think about it. When we look up at the sun at noon, doesn't it feel really harsh on the eyes? Because you're looking directly at the light source, or if we look straight at the downlight source, isn't it really glaring? These are all examples of direct lighting, and they can be very harsh on the eyes. So with indirect lighting, first, it's very gentle on the eyes and extremely comfortable. Second, the atmosphere it creates is very high-end and mysterious. So if there is a most sophisticated or the best lighting design method in the world, it would definitely be indirect lighting. Alright, that's all for this episode.
My name is Lucas. From illuminating space to researching what kind of light is suitable for long-term living.